What's up, everybody? Charles Austin here, the chronic disease killer, and it's another wonderful, thriving Thursday. And I'm like 43. What is it? What time is it? 43. 43 minutes late because I looked at my clock and I forgot it was almost 8 o'clock. I said, oh, wait, isn't there something I was supposed to do today? I said, oh, yeah, every Thursday I'm supposed to be on here dropping knowledge bombs for all those folks out there in the land. So, again, another wonderful, thriving Thursday, dropping health tips, health bombs, ways to improve your life, ways to improve your health, ways to create the most fit body ever, each and every Thursday here at 7 p.m. Central Time. As always, before we get started, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, share the video out, and just again, drop your comments if you have questions. I always like to get back to you when I see questions in the comment section. So tonight's topic, hopefully you can see that wonderfully beautiful image right there. I'm looking down. Y'all know me. Sometimes I get on here and whoa, didn't mean to play a video there. But get on here. Let's see. Because I keep my phone handy, y'all. Sometimes I get questions on my phone. And then sometimes I like to share links out to specific people. But anyhow, I was checking my notifications. Somebody just gave me another stream idea. You know, because I get a lot of people commenting on things on different platforms. And they say things and they don't know what it is they mean, I believe. But anywho, tonight's topic, as you can see, the picture is full of carbohydrates. Like everything you can see on that image is carbohydrates. What do we have here on the picture? We got some spinach over here. We got some corn over here. Looks like some pistachios. We have some bananas, avocado, my favorite. We have some oats. Look like some bran flakes. Looks like a potato. Chia seeds, walnuts. Those look like dates down there. Looks like some pumpkin seeds. I'm not sure what these are. Not sure exactly. We got oranges. We have broccoli, some bell peppers here at the bottom, some whole wheat pastas over here, a collection of different beans and lentils, and some tomatoes, some whole grain bread over here. I don't know if I said blueberries yet, but plenty of different ones. So the thing about carbs, for some reason, is they get such a bad rap, right? Okay, hold on. I'm sending this link to somebody who asked for it earlier. They said, oh, I didn't know you did streams. So I'm going to do that right now real quick, and then we'll be good to go. I'm still here. It didn't freeze. It's acting funny, y'all. Sorry. Acting funny. There we go. Okay. Got it. So, apparently, and this is old. This is not anything new. Like, this is not like a new topic or anything like that. This is not anything new, not a new topic. But apparently, as many of you might know, there's a lot of bad, like I like to call it FUD. Like in the investing community, we call it FUD, right? And this is just things that gets out into the media, gets out into the world, and it's designed to discourage you from getting involved in something. Like I said, in investing, if there's a lot of FUD, then the point is to get people to not invest in that particular item so that the price of the security or the crypto or whatever can drop, so that a lot of people can buy it then, like all the big players, the banks and the billionaires and all, they can get in. Down at the bottom, they scare you out of it so that you don't get involved. and then they buy it up and it goes sky high. Then they sell it up here at the top. Then you say, oh my gosh, I have to get some now, but then it's too late, right? So FUD, right? Just scaring you out of things. And the same thing happens with carbohydrates. So the reason why I always like to try to find images to associate with what I'm talking about, and I think a lot of times, let me find another image for y'all real quick, because I want to do a quick little comparison. Let's see if this pulls it up the way I like to see the image. And I don't know why this thing has, I don't like, well, we'll see. Let's see. I normally like to use Bing when I search. I thought I had it set up properly. Let's see if we can find a good picture of what I'm looking for. Yeah, here's a good one. Yeah, this is a good one. Let's do this one. No. There we go. I'm trying to pull up this image, y'all, and it won't pull up. There we go. Let's use that one. There we go. All right. Took me long enough. Most of this stuff I do real time, y'all. I don't really plan these out too much. I'll get a topic, and then I'll kind of run with it a little bit. But the reason why I wanted to pull up this image here is because when people think about carbohydrates, most of the time they think of the stuff that you see in this image. So we pulled up the one here before. We started off with this one where I'm showing you all the, spinach and avocado and bell peppers. You can't see them. They're like right here, pecans, whole grain bread, all these other things. This is all the stuff that people should be eating all the time. All right, who's knocking at my door? What did I put in the stir fry?
What did you say?
You said, what did I put in the stir fry yesterday?
What did you put in it?
Those vegetables that's in the freezer, and also like some of that hot paprika and a little bit of salt and garlic, and then I chopped up some mushrooms. You got all that?
Yes.
All right. Anywho, my daughter's asking me what did I put in the stir fry last night. So we have all this wonderful stuff, right? But a lot of times when people say the word carbohydrates, they say carbohydrates, they're normally thinking of the stuff you see in this picture. What do we have? A lollipop over here. Looks like some type of candy, some more chocolate candy here. Some of the stuff isn't terrible. Looks like just some plain white sugar, some type of cake. Look like some ice cream over here. So this is just more of the sweet stuff, right? More cookies and things. So carbohydrates, both of these pictures are carbohydrates, okay? The difference is, and if we show this little part here, when you type in simple carbs, right? Simple carbs are normally going to pull up all of these type of things here. Let's see if I can find it. Like, look, they got soda over here. Look, you can see more of the sweet pastries and things. Looks like some Fruit Loops and things like that. Stuff like that. So lots of times when people say, I want to make sure I avoid carbohydrates, they're thinking about all this other stuff. Instead, you should be focusing on this one. So the title of this stream is why you should eat lots of carbs. Okay, and one of the main reasons, let's go ahead and dive in. One of the main reasons you should eat lots of carbs is this wonderful thing called, let's go back over here, fiber. Okay, no, you can't have my location, fiber. Okay, so as it says here, fiber-rich foods includes a variety of fruits, vegetables, legumes, nuts, seeds, whole grains, etc. Right? So examples include things like avocado, chia seeds, lentils, broccoli, chickpeas, oats, raspberries, almonds, etc., etc., etc. So let's see. No, get out of here. I don't want any of that. Always trying to get in y'all business. Gotta be careful. So again, look at the list. Okay, look at the list. Oh, these foods are important for digestive health. Okay. Anybody that's not new to the channel, we're going to cover this real quick, and I'm going to do it real time, as I normally like to do. We'll do that in just a second. But these are important for digestive health. They're for promoting regular bowel movements and potentially aiding in weight management. So, if you're somebody who struggles with weight, and this is something that I tell clients all the time, literally, and this is the easiest, freest knowledge bomb for somebody struggling with weight loss. So if you watch this video live, or if you check it out later on, the easiest hack, right? The easiest trick, if you will, to having a healthy weight and weight loss is to eat everything that you see listed, everything you see here. Stuff that looks like that, all right? Broccoli, cauliflower. I know everything's not in this picture, but they're giving me ideas. Broccoli, cauliflower, right? Cabbage, blueberries, raspberries, blackberries, cranberries, mulberries, boysenberries, right? We got potatoes, yellow potatoes, red potatoes, sweet potatoes. We got oranges, grapefruit, oats, quinoa, spinach, kale, chard, corn, bananas, plantains, walnuts. I could go all day, right? That's the benefit of eating so many plants, is because there's so many plants. There's so many different choices, okay? So the easiest weight hack, if you will, when we're trying to deal with weight management, is to eat a lot of fiber-rich foods. All right, if you look at the list, We got fruits, we got vegetables, we got legumes, we got nuts, seeds, we got whole grains. Now, what you're not going to find on here, right? And here's the answer, right? And I just typed this in. I never know how the search engine is going to pull it up, but I like to type it in. Look at the question. Does meat have fiber? Well, 0 grams. It doesn't matter what type of flesh product that you eat, whether it's a dead chicken, whether it's a dead cow, if it's a dead lamb, if it's a dead horse, if it's a dead dog, if it's a dead fish, if it's a dead buffalo, a dead cat, I don't know what, dead rabbit, dead alligator. It doesn't matter which one that you prefer to eat, dead turkey, dead dove, dead pigeon, I don't know, dead raccoon, whatever. It doesn't matter which one you eat, they're all going to lack fiber, okay? They're all going to lack fiber, right? So what are the main benefits of fiber? Okay, what are the main benefits? A high fiber diet offers numerous, and if you don't know what numerous means, which I'm sure you do if you're watching this video, but it means a bunch, right? Numerous health benefits, including improved digestion, reduced risk of heart disease, type 2 diabetes, and assistant with weight management. Now, here's some other things that we're going to look into, and I'm just going to do this real time live because I don't plan these things out. I get an idea in my mind. I say, what haven't I talked about in a while or at all? I say, we should talk about carbohydrates and why you should eat them all the time. Fiber is an indigestible carbohydrate found in plant-based foods. Where is it found? Okay, it plays a crucial role in maintaining overall health and well-being. Now, let's see. Make sure I'm gonna do it this way. All right. Hey Google, how much fiber does the average person get each day?
The average person in the United States gets about 15 to 16 grams of fiber per day. This is significantly less than the recommended daily intake. Here's a breakdown of recommended daily fiber intake. Women under 50, 25 to 28 grams per day. Men under 50, 31 to 38 grams per day. Women 51 and older, 21 to 22 grams per day. Men 51 and older, 28 to 30 grams per day. Many health organizations recommend around 25 to 30 grams of fiber a day.
All right, we're going to pause that. So some of the key things here was that the average person gets about 15 to 16 grams of fiber per day, right? Which is, and I want to pull it up. See, this is why I don't know what pops up on these screens sometimes. Thought-provoking stories. Anyway, how much fiber does the does the average person get? All right, I just want to show y'all. Yeah. All right, so the average adult gets about 15 grams, but as it says here on Gemini, oh, it went away. Dang it! As soon as I hit something. But anywho, as it said on there, you really want to get somewhere, and I always tell people 30. I say like 30. If you just get 30 grams a day, you should be good. Now the average person is getting 50% less or even less. All right, and you need about 30 grams of fiber every day. Okay, as we scroll down, let's see some of the more pieces of information here. 25 grams for women, 38 grams for men. If you don't know why it should be higher for men, that's because men are at a higher risk for things like colon cancer. Okay, and fiber is one of the best things you can consume to prevent colon cancer and heal colon cancer. Okay, so if you're somebody who has had any type of diagnosis or had a screening, a colorectal screening, colonoscopy, right? And they said maybe there's polyps or abnormal growths or formations in your colon region, you should start eating fiber yesterday, okay? As it says up here again, the benefits, and we're going to click some of these links here in a second. Let's go through these real quick, right? Relieves constipation, regular bowel movements. This is one of the most important things for preventing colon cancer right here. By increasing stool and bulk and all that kind of stuff, it helps you eliminate toxins, eliminate things out of your body regularly, okay? Now here's the biggest part about this is what we're gonna do, right? Because if we scroll up, we can see that it says the benefits include increased digestion, improved digestion, reduced risk of heart disease and type 2 diabetes, and assisting with weight management. But let's go back to that part where it says if you eat a high fiber diet, you're going to have a reduced risk of heart disease. So again, hey Google, what is the number one cause of death on planet Earth?
The number one cause of death on planet Earth is ischemic heart disease.
Wait, what? Now I typed it in, I said it like that specifically, right? The number one cause of death is heart disease. That's on the planet. And one of the ways to reduce your risk of heart disease is a high fiber diet. Okay, these things basically say 2 + 2 = 4, and you're good to go. Okay, what else does it say here? It went away again. I'm going to have to fix that setting. I don't know why it does that, but yeah, heart disease. So let's go through here. Where is it at? Cardiovascular health. So fiber can help lower LDL. If you haven't, you might have heard of it as bad cholesterol, right? And this is the type that will clog up your arteries, right? You don't want that. By lowering cholesterol and potentially helping to regulate blood pressure, fiber can contribute to lower risk of heart disease. There it is again. And then we're also talking about reduce the risk of stroke. Okay, so, and if you don't know, stroke is basically a situation where you have blockage of blood flow to parts of your brain. And if the blockage is bad enough, it could form a stroke where blood flow literally goes to parts of a brain, and it could temporarily be damaged, or even part of that brain could die. And actually, if you have a stroke in your frontal cortex, your prefrontal cortex, your frontal lobe area, that area of your brain where you do all your cognition and your thinking and your reasoning, that can promote Alzheimer's and dementia and things like that. So you don't want a stroke, all right? But one of the ways you can avoid a stroke is eat more fiber, okay? Eat more fiber. But let's see, let's dig a little deeper. Let's see. We got Harvard Health. What do we have? Harvard Health. We have National Institutes of Health. We got Houston Methodist. We got the Mayo Clinic. What do y'all want? Let's do that one. Let's do Harvard Health. Right? People like Harvard. They say when they hear Harvard, it's like it's Harvard, right? Okay, let's see what Harvard has to say. Let's see. And I always like going to see what happened. And then they'll say reviewed by people that are doctors and things, or dietitians or PhDs, and they'll review them. So some people will write them, and then people will review them for their accuracy. And lots of times the articles that I like to use are the ones that have many sources and things from peer-reviewed journals and stuff like that. All right. Fiber. There are many high fiber foods from what to choose, so there is a good chance you may find many to add to your diet. Examples include, here's these same old listings again: fruits, vegetables, legumes, nuts, seeds, whole grains, etc. So fruit, men can get their necessary daily fiber from 2 to 4 servings of fruit, 2 to 5 servings of vegetables, whole grains, or something like that. So let me see what I've had today. Me personally, today I've had, let's see, what have I had today? What have I had to eat today? This morning when I woke up, I had a smoothie that had spinach. It had carrots in it. It had raspberries, blueberries, blackberries, and strawberries. And it had hemp seeds. That's 7 different foods right there that I had in a smoothie that all have fiber. And then I had that with some granola, which was oats and pumpkin seeds, more fiber. And then also in that granola, I put some almonds in there for some fiber. And let's see, what did I do after that? Later on in the day, I believe my son and I, we went and we had pizza, vegan pizza, right? With, for me, I had like olives, and I had spinach on top of the pizza. I had garlic and more fiber. So yeah, I'm just basically outlining how easy it is to get fiber each and every meal. And if you're eating a whole food plant-based diet, every single time you eat, you're going to be eating plenty of fiber. So the recommendation, what is the recommendation again? Yeah, right in here. Oops, you can't see that anymore. Recommendation is like 28 to 34 grams right in here, right? But I probably, if I were to outline my entire day, and I'll do this for y'all one day, I probably am around 40 or so. And yeah, something like that. Yeah. But anywho, so again, finding fiber is easy. All you have to do is eat something that grew from the ground. If you do that, you'll be fine. It doesn't really, this article's kind of blah. Let's go to another one real quick. Oh man, here we go. Let's do this one. Oh man, I lost it. I lost my page. I hit back when I shouldn't have. Let's just do this real quick. Benefits of fiber. There we go. And then we'll pull up one of these. Let's do this one. All right, so again, add more fiber. Get out of here. I don't want any of this. Yeah, save that. All right. So here we go, real quick, and we're about to get out of here. Benefits of high fiber diet: less constipation, better bowel health, lower cholesterol, lower blood sugar. So this is specific for diabetics, right? So if you're type 2 diabetic and you're saying, what do I do to reduce my blood sugar? Eat more fiber. Simple. Okay. I've had clients in the past where they struggle with their blood sugar, and I told them drink more smoothies. And they said, well, my doctor said that I shouldn't eat fruit. And then I said, well, your doctor's wrong. Because if we go back to the picture, I'm pretty sure we have fruits all over this thing where we talk about high fiber foods. Here's a fruit, banana. Here's a fruit, avocado. Here's a fruit, blueberry. Here's a fruit, bell pepper. Here's a fruit, tomato, etc. All fruits. Eat fruits and vegetables. Okay? So lower blood sugar for those type 2 diabetics. For those people who struggle with cholesterol, right? Eat more fiber. If you struggle with your bowel movements, right? You should go at least once a day. If you're not going at least once a day, you have a problem. It's that simple. You should go at least once a day. Healthy weight. We talked about this one already. Easy as heck. You're trying to lose weight, eat plants. If you're trying to lose weight, eat some plants. If you're trying to lose weight, eat some plants. And then here's a big one. Okay. Lifespan. And again, I did a stream once. Let me show y'all real quick. I did a stream once. Let's go to YouTube real quick. Who knows what's going to be on my homepage. Let's go there. And then I'm going to show y'all this video I think y'all should check out. All right. Show y'all this video I think y'all should check out real quick. Oh, look, there I am. But let's go to my playlist. So we're talking about the fiber, right? We're talking about the fiber, and we're talking about what we were just talking about a second ago. Talking about lifespan. How we said the more fiber you eat, more fiber is going to increase your lifespan. So I did a stream once. Oh boy, where is it? You know what? Let's just find it this way because I'm not sure I put it on the playlist. I just want to show y'all what this one looks like. See if I can find it. Where is it? As you can see, I got plenty of content for y'all out there. So if you're interested in any of these topics, check them out. Watch the videos. If you have a question, put a comment on there. I'll get a notification. And there it is. This one right here. All right, blue zones where humans live forever. Okay, so this video here, and oh wow, only 4 views. Boy, oh boy. But this video here is directly correlated to what we were just talking about, how a high fiber diet. So what does it say here? Getting more fiber is linked with a lower risk of dying of any. What does it say right here, y'all? These are not my words. Getting more fiber is linked to with a lower risk of dying of any health condition. And then why are they always specific about heart disease? Well, I don't know. If you missed it, let's try it one more time. Hey Google, what is the #1 cause of death on planet Earth?
The #1 cause of death on planet Earth is ischemic heart disease. This condition, also known as coronary artery disease, is responsible for the largest share of global deaths and has seen a significant increase in recent years. It's a type of cardiovascular disease where the arteries supplying blood to the heart become narrowed, often due to plaque buildup, leading to reduced blood flow.
It's not that complicated. So again, this video I did on the blue zones is about these places on the planet where people live. They all live well into their hundreds, right? Over 100. If I remember, I think one of them's in Japan, one of them is in California, one of them's in Greece. I can't remember the other ones. But the point is, these places, these 5, I think it's 5 places, 5 or 6 places, something like that, is where people live the longest because all they do is eat plants and move. That's all they do. They eat plants and they move. So what's the diagnosis for preventing cardiovascular disease and so many different types of chronic disease? Eat lots of plants and move your body. Okay? So again, yeah, that's pretty much it, y'all. Okay, that's pretty much it. Yeah, you might not want to eat a lot of fiber before a colonoscopy, but anywho. So again, what are some high fiber foods? Look at this one, all right? I don't care if it's women's health, men's health, children's health. This is all for humans, okay? This benefits all of us. So what are some high fiber foods that you can get started with right away? Pinto beans, right? Super easy to eat, super easy to cook, and these are affordable too, right? I'm gonna have to do a stream about that as well. There's a common misconception that if you try to eat like this vegan diet, and again, I don't really like saying vegan, but I know people understand that word when they hear it, because I do think it kind of creates a little bit of animosity. But I call it a human diet. But a lot of people think that if you start going that route, it's going to cost a whole lot of money, and that's just not true. It's much cheaper to eat a plant diet than it is to eat a flesh diet. And again, does meat have fiber? Well, no, it doesn't. And if we go a step further, let's try this search, because we're talking about, I'm going to do a simple one. Look at this. Now, I didn't finish. And And the crazy thing is, I argue with people, and I guess argue isn't the right word, but I guess I peacefully debate with people on social lots of times. And, I'm in different groups online for people who struggle with cholesterol, different Facebook groups who struggle with cholesterol and diabetes and all these things. And they'll be showing pictures of themselves in hospitals and post surgery with medication and all this kind of stuff. And I'm always like, oh, sorry to hear that. But did you know that if you just ate plants, you could eliminate the pills, you could eliminate the hospital visits. Now, does eating meat increase the risk of look at what comes up on the auto feed? Cancer, heart disease, colon cancer, diabetes, chance of cancer. So let's just click one. Let's do the number one. Oh, really? Now, this is the stuff that I find interesting. It's so confusing because the meat and dairy industry, they still have a big influence on even things like Google and Google searches, right? But as it says here, meats are high in saturated fat, which can raise cholesterol levels, increase the risk of heart disease, right? It's not conclusive, right? So watch this. So this is the stuff that my detractors would highlight. Some studies suggest that consuming red and processed meat increase the risk of heart disease. The evidence is not conclusive. But then if I go Victor Chang Cardiac Research Institute. But then here, what does it say? Eating 50 grams of processed meat a day, such as this kind of stuff or whatever, increases risk of coronary heart disease by 18%. Right? Let's do another one, y'all. Let's just click this one. Look, this one actually got it right this time. Yes is the answer, right? So if you eat meat, and this part is incorrect also. This part is incorrect. I addressed this problem in my book that I'm still finishing up. Well, I'm finished, but I'm editing and designing the covers and things like that and little other things. But I addressed this. So again, we're over 30 minutes. I try to keep mine 30 minutes or less. So let's go ahead and wrap this up. But the point is, we want to make sure we're getting plenty of fiber-rich food. So pinto beans are awesome. Soybeans, squash. What else? Guava. I don't care what you eat. What is it? I don't even know what these are. Spring greens. What else we got? Strawberries. Everybody loves strawberries. Whole grain spelt. Pomegranate seeds. Broccoli. Let's keep going. Carrots. I had some of those today. Quinoa. Quinoa is actually awesome. I like to make quinoa salads and quinoa bowls, right? So you can use the quinoa as the base, and you can throw stuff in there like black beans, bell peppers, onions, all kind of things. You can stir fry it all up, top it with some avocado, maybe a little salsa. So good. I kind of want to eat some right now because I'm getting hungry. Corn, porridge, oatmeal, beets. Got me some beet powder downstairs. I need to get some right now. Bananas, cauliflower, chia seeds. I literally eat chia seeds every day. Sunflower seeds. We're going to go down the whole list and we're going to be out here. Bran, which is awesome. Almonds, all nuts. Okay. What are these? Sweet potatoes. What are these? Prunes, split peas, Brussels sprouts. Okay. Flax seeds, seaweed. Yep. Had some of that yesterday. Popcorn, one of my favorite little snacks. Buy the whole kernel. Okay. Don't eat microwave popcorn. Okay. Don't eat microwave popcorn. I don't know if it's on here or not. It might not be on here. Anyway, I did a stream about that one. I did a short about that one where I talked about eating popcorn, microwave popcorn increases your risk for all kind of diseases. They put so many chemicals in there, it's crazy. Apples, my favorite fruit ever. Artichokes, butter beans, lentils. One of the easiest meals you'll ever make is lentil rice. Get you an Instapot or some type of pressure cooker. Throw the rice and the lentils in it together. It's ready in like 15, 20 minutes. Right? Super easy. You season it up with salt, pepper, basil, little olive oil, things like that. Or even put some olives in there with it. Delicious, easy. Black beans, whole wheat pasta. Don't get the white pasta, get the whole wheat. Raspberries, chickpeas, aka garbanzo beans, I want some hummus. Y'all know they make hummus out of these things. Barley, pears, avocados, blackberries, peanuts. So the point is, if you eat fruits, if you eat vegetables, if you eat vegetables, you're going to have plenty of fiber. All right. As always, make sure you subscribe to the channel. The number keeps going up every day. I'm on my way to, my next goal is 500, right? I'm small time right now still. And one of these days I'll play this video back and I'll be like, yeah, remember that time you were saying you were small time. But anywho, subscribe to the channel so you get the notifications. Turn the notification bell on, okay? So when you're looking at the videos, make sure you like it and share it out, even if you watch it later. If you have a question about something that we covered in the video, always drop a comment. Drop a comment on the video if you have a question, and I'll get back to you. All right? If you want to know how to find me, go to Linktree Fitness Charles, right? You can get my first book I ever wrote right there, the toilet book, What Goes In Matters. Bam, you click that link. I wonder where it's going to go. Oh, I've never done it this way. Scanning the bookshelves. We're literally doing this real time. Flicking pages. Last time I did this on my phone, it didn't do this, right? I want to see what happens. I want to see what happens. Oh, there it is. That's me. Okay, there you go. So you can get the ebook or paperback. You can get the ebook right there. Bam. $5. This is the perfect, it's crazy. I didn't even plan on talking about this. We're talking about fiber, right? Let's go back here real quick. So we said one of the benefits is it reduces constipation and it increases your bowel health. Well, I can't think of a better book to read than the toilet book. Because again, the toilet book attempts to shed light on a topic that most people are too embarrassed to discuss, bowel movements and urination. The book bridges the gap between going to the restroom and good health. It describes all the different colors, smells, looks, and shapes that you may see after using the restroom. All right? What else does it say? The book also describes exactly what each color, smell, and shape looks and means as it relates to your health, etc., etc. So again, you can get the paperback or you can get the ebook right now from Amazon. Okay? So again, that's from my Linktree. And again, if you're liking the content, hey, show me some love. Show me some love right there as well. Okay. Let's get out of here. I'm hungry. It's time to eat. I'm late as it is. Be happy, y'all. Be healthy. Be fit forever. This is Charles Austin, the chronic disease killer, saying goodbye.